And they'll throw it on first down. Pressure hit as he throws. Tipped in. It is, they say, intercepted by Jannard Avery, and indeed it is. So on the first play,
linebacker that ended up tipping it up. Here's 53. Watch, he slips, falls, and then he gets his hands on the football, and then it's a mad rush. And finally, the interception is made. Great job by Jannard Avery from Memphis. Guy was on the Nagurski and Buckus Award watch list heading.
Scoreless game in this first quarter from the Rose Bowl, and they'll give it to him. Not much room for Williams, who rushed for 1,450 yards.
They're serving it up, and that's what he's talking about.
Williams gets through. Nice run out across the 40 and
try to separate themselves from some peers.
They'll run it, and that'll help. Big hole and a first down out to midfield. It's Richard on the carry that time, and now a fumble waiting for the
Arizona State. 3,200 yards in his career, almost 5 a pop. Certainly did look like he was down there when the ball finally got cut loose. But do you see how he got small and low to the ground when he found his hole and he hit it quickly? That's called getting north.
At Arizona State, I think he's going to get into camp and do well.
They'll throw it here. Woodside pressured, going to dump it off to Williams, who is tripped up for a
Joseph there.
Woodside has time, fires over the middle.
Allow the window to develop. Watch the linebacker 53. He's going to drop into coverage, and all the quarterback Woodside has to do is allow the wide receiver to get on that.
We've had a few of those already today. Here's Newsome, who gets his first carry, and that draw doesn't go anywhere.
LA, you guys working out or just hanging out with these players or what?
Yeah, we just pretty much, hanging out with these players and enjoying this weather right now, It ain't like this in Kansas City or Cleveland.
It's like your father when he looked at you, right? Makes your knees shake.
You know you're in trouble as Newsome gets another carry after the 14-yard run last time.
He's out there again.
They'll run it again, and that time no such luck. So here's the kicker, though. If they have the ball and don't score, they go all the way back to the 25. So it's like a 2-minute drill. Bad pass, incomplete.
Collegiate habits, in particular from the quarterback position. That's tough to do.
Handoff goes nowhere to Newsome, but a new quarterback.
Well, and more than that, the backs haven't tracked downhill tailback runs.
Coming near side. That's not going to go very far to New. And the national squad looking for the first points here today. Allen in trouble, steps up, and down he goes. Bruce
sacks in his career. This was more of a coverage sack, though, because Austin actually had a bit of pocket to work with, but there just was nowhere to throw the football down the field. Nice job by those defensive backs covering everyone up.
And that's the.
Here's a fake. Allen has time over the middle, and that one should have been caught. Pitch to Richard. Slips, cuts back. Nothing. So after the turnover, Austin out here. This will be a 3rd down and 9, fellas. Allen pressure from the edge, senses, but then more pressure, and down he goes.
Really, that initial pressure was Xavier Thigpen from Southern Mississippi, and
Jeremy Green directing this fine event. Here we go. And the national squad has it there in the dark uniforms, and that goes backward.
Let him throw the ball down the field a little bit here.
He's got time, tipped at the line, and incomplete, nearly intercepted.
They're having such a hard time today, and passes getting batted around, and the aggressiveness of the
really disrupts the rhythm and the throws of the quarterbacks.
Pressure. Allen in trouble, and he's going to get sacked again.
San Diego. Peterson's number 99. Okay, and Peterson, he had 74.5 tackles.
Anyway, we're still scoreless. There's a minute to go. Here's Allen for the National. Can someone get on the board? Talked about accuracy. That's an accurate pass to Phil.
The difference maker between a guy keeping drives alive and obviously having to line up and punt.
Allen in trouble, spins away, keeps the play alive, throws across his body, and he's got a completion. That's a heck of a play. 46 yards passing. 27 seconds to go in the half. They got one timeout left. They're coming to the near side, and that's caught by Shedd, who breaks a tackle inside the 25.
Pat out of Hobart as well.
Yeah.
Guy drafted by Tampa Bay, started at guard, started at center this year. Really good program, obviously. Put some players in the ad.
Allen has looked pretty sharp in his time in the game here. trouble here, and that is not going to help their cause. Get one more playoff. They will spike it with 2 seconds on the clock. So the
Back's feet goes down to the ground and lays the ball down there. Ball security is your number one job. Certainly didn't have it there.
And a good run down
that here to this level.
Looking for the first score of this game. We are gonna get it. It's a touchdown.
Some lineman Stanford had all year.
Daniel Marx. Boy, I tell you what, he's had a good week, too, from a fullback.
Hard to be an underdog when you're the #1 seed at home, and I get the quarterback Wentz is out for the year, but Philadelphia's defense is pretty good. It's going to be low scoring and ugly. And
who I covered a lot right here at their home stadium here, being from UCLA. And Kendricks has been really good for them.
Pujals going to throw it. Hits Newsome in the flat. Nice little spin out across the 25. I think if you're comparing it to February regular season ball, then yes, March Madness is absolutely better. Team that's that's going to be undefeated or anything like that. There's a lot of teams that could really have a stake for the #1. Is incomplete.
Tell the back to line up on the other side.
Well, let's see if Peter Pujals listens and he gets taken down, but Pujals looking, firing, and no.
Team plays in a practice period?
Sure. And then it comes down to how the ball down the field.
Well, that's interesting. Second down here, and they're going to have a draw play. Newsome, nowhere to go. Clock ticking down.
Or I stand there to watch him run his 40 because we do combine testing at the end of it. 4.28 in the rain, wet shoe. 540. I promise you, he can run in the 4.5s right now.
I'm going to race him.
Hey, Petros, you should. Woodside across his body has a completion. It's back to back.
I mean, I don't think you can really properly understand that. Like, I have a great reverence for the guys who came before me and really studied the game that way.
His father is kind of the same type of player.
Pressure here, and just going to dump it off and get rid of it. Woodside trying again. Steps up, pressure from the backside, and slides down before he gets decked.
Which are offensive coordinator that makes him stick.
Third down here. Woodside going far side, going complete. It's cool.
Make your own interpretations of what's going on out there. Let the schematics work for themselves. See how he allowed the route to develop. Then he makes his decision, gets the ball into the hole, throws it on time for a nice completion. That's his.
Woodside take out the line, and well, he caught his own pass.
I mean, nothing good can happen to you when you play offensive line. Like, you know what? If your running back goes for 200+ yards,
he's great.
Woodside going to throw tips and incomplete.
In that second level, which makes it more difficult to throw the football.
Here's Richard, and that is not going to go anywhere. Third down and goal. Woodside, little shovel. Richard inside, and he's not going to get there. So here's the national team after the Apke interception, and that carry goes no.
National Football League, all these kids' dreams, obviously.
They will throw it, and a good catch.
Nard Avery, number 56, but here's the throw and catch. This is a great throw right over the linebacker, and then the concentration from Baugh from Ohio State, because it looked like the corner guys did against Penn State this year for the Buckeyes, and he's played pretty well this week.
Oh, it's a fullback alert. Get Petros on the microphone.
That many. He had 13 himself. Arizona, the only other team in college football that many. They had 14 on the year.
That's incredible. This is Philly. Stays in here on a second down and long. Get it to him. Hole left side. Philyaw trying to get to the goal, and he's got it. Scoring in his hometown.
Sees a little bit of a cutback lane. He's going to kind of bend around, and then he sees the area vacated to his left, and he's gone. And the decisiveness on that cut was really good from on this play, let's say, for instance. Scout just thinks to himself, boy, I like that guy. Let's take him.
Yeah.
You know, you never know which reference.
You still going to hustle around, or you just got to give up?
That's complete on the near side.